Unraveling the mysteries of the Garden of Eden has long intrigued both believers and non-believers. This legendary paradise, described in ancient texts, has sparked passionate debates and fueled the curiosity of scholars and scientists. While its exact location remains unknown, clues from biblical accounts suggest a connection to modern-day Iraq. However, the sad reality is that this region, once associated with peace and prosperity, now bears the scars of conflict and environmental devastation caused by a notorious dictator. Join us on a captivating journey as we explore the enigmatic Garden of Eden and uncover the heartbreaking truth behind its troubled surroundings. The Garden of Eden, a mythical paradise described in ancient religious texts, has captivated human imagination for centuries. It is a subject that sparks both intrigue and controversy, igniting passionate debates among religious and non-religious individuals alike. While the concept of an earthly paradise has roots in various cultures and civilizations, it is primarily associated with the biblical narrative of Adam and Eve, the first humans created by God. The search for the actual location of the Garden of Eden has long been a topic of fascination, with scholars, archaeologists, and theologians striving to unravel its mysteries. In recent years, scientific advancements in remote sensing archaeology and DNA studies have shed new light on this age-old question. Researchers have delved into ancient texts, examining hints and references to identify potential geographical locations that align with the biblical narrative. Among the numerous claims from different regions around the world, southern Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq emerges as a prominent contender. The mention of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in the biblical texts, coupled with archaeological discoveries in the area, has fueled speculation about its authenticity. However, as we delve deeper into the subject, a tragic story unfolds. The region believed to be the site of the Garden of Eden has suffered extensive damage and environmental devastation over the years. The actions of Saddam Hussein, Iraq's former dictator, resulted in the draining of marshlands and the displacement of thousands of inhabitants. Today, the region faces additional challenges, including severe droughts that threaten the already fragile ecosystem. Join us as we embark on a journey to explore the history, theories, and the environmental toll endured by the purported location of the Garden of Eden. Unveiling the tragic story of a lost paradise, we come to understand the complex interplay between mythology, history, and the profound impact of human actions on the natural world. One subject that is sure to ignite a passionate discussion is the existence of the Garden of Eden. While religious individuals may consider it a fundamental belief, even those who do not adhere to the Christian faith may still entertain the idea of its existence. The search for the geographical location that gave credence to the Bible stories has captivated the attentions of scientists and scholars alike, leading to various theories and hypotheses. Recent advancements in remote sensing archaeology and DNA studies have provided some compelling indications of where this mythical paradise may have been located. However, the discoveries made in the supposed vicinity of the Garden of Eden in modern-day Iraq reveal a heartbreaking reality. The Garden of Eden is described in the Old Testament of Genesis as a paradise on earth, inhabited by the first humans, Adam and Eve, before their expulsion for transgressing God's laws. It is also referred to as the Garden of God and the Garden of Yahweh in the respective books of Genesis and Ezekiel. The term Eden is derived from the Sumerian word Eden, meaning blame, and the Akkadian word Adino, borrowing from the Sumerian. According to the Genesis account, rivers flowed from Eden to the east of Israel, branching out to the four corners of the globe. Similar tales found in Sumerian archives suggest that the ancient mythology of the Middle East also included the concept of an earthly paradise. Over the years, numerous regions have claimed to be the actual locations of humanity's first home. Prominent contenders include Iraq and the Persian Gulf, Bahrain, Iran, Anatolia, Armenia, Turkey, Jerusalem, East Africa, the Isle of Lewis in Scotland, and Jackson County in Missouri. However, little concrete evidence supports these claims, leaving many to ponder whether the location of the garden will ever be known with certainty. Nonetheless, scholars have developed credible theories about the garden's location by interpreting the hints provided in the biblical text. The most prominent clues are the rivers mentioned in the scriptures, which, it is believed, could still be identifiable today. According to the book of Genesis, the Garden of Eden is situated in southern Mesopotamia, known as Iraq in modern times. The exact location of the garden is currently believed to be around 35 miles north of Mosul, Iraq, and approximately an hour's drive from the areas previously under the control of the Islamic State. Two rivers mentioned in the biblical text, the Tigris, Hiddekel of Eden, and the Euphrates, Parath of Eden, indicate that the head of the Persian Gulf could be a potential location. During Morgan Freeman's documentary series The Story of God, archaeologists exploring the region uncovered a site dating back 11,000 years, located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. The area has witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations such as the Sumerian, Assyrian, Chaldean, Persian, and Arab, spanning over 12,000 years. Anecdotal evidence also suggests that organized farming, early cities, and writing may have originated in this region. However, despite being depicted in history books as a predominantly peaceful place, modern-day Iraq stands in stark contrast. It has become associated with sectarian killings, suicide bombings, kidnappings, and refugee crises, the aftermath of one of the most contentious and emotionally charged wars in recent memory. Much of the damage inflicted upon the Mesopotamian region, particularly the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, can be traced back to the actions of Iraq's former dictator, Saddam Hussein. Seeking retribution against locals who supported an uprising against his regime, Saddam diverted water from the area in the 1990s, causing it to drain. Thousands of square kilometers of marshland that once relied on the Tigris and Euphrates rivers were drained by Saddam's government and soldiers. This act was described as a cultural and ecological catastrophe on par with the disappearance of the Aral Sea or the devastation of the Amazon rainforest by the United Nations. Even seasoned engineers were astounded by the engineering prowess displayed by Saddam's soldiers. They diverted the Euphrates away from the marshes, intercepted the Tigris, and burned the region's reed beds. Despite the clear environmental harm, Saddam's dictatorship presented the project as an increase in agricultural land availability, while the true motivation was political and spiteful. The marsh region had evolved into a stronghold of Iraqi opposition in the 1990s and was primarily inhabited by rebels. Fortunately, Saddam was deposed before he could completely decimate the entire area, but the damage he inflicted on the region believed to be the site of the Garden of Eden was undeniable. By the time he was removed from office, approximately 80,000 marsh Arabs, known as Madar, resided there, living in towns and on floating islands. However, after Saddam's actions, only 6,000 individuals remained in the largest city, with the population of the area as a whole decreasing significantly. Around 450,000 people who depended on the marshes were displaced, with 30,000 refugees finding refuge in the United States, 70,000 in Iran, and the rest being relocated. The restoration efforts of the marshlands of southern Iraq were recognized when they were listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2016, owing to their historical significance extending beyond their connection to the ancient garden. Efforts to restore the marshes have been initiated by the United Nations, involving an $11 million endeavor to eliminate obstructions hindering the flow of water into the region. The goal is to reverse the effects of dams constructed by Turkey and Syria, which were intended to control the water flow of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Although water has begun to flow through the marshes once again, it is a far cry from what it once was. Sadly, the region, which was gradually recovering from Hussein's vengeful actions, now faces a new threat. Severe droughts have struck the purported location of the Garden of Eden, ravaging a significant portion of Iraq and neighboring nations in recent years. The drought has spread to southern Iraq, impacting the thousands of residents inhabiting the area known as the Marsh Arabs. Vast expanses of cracked earth now surround what were once thriving marshes. The formerly green Hawaiza marshes, a UNESCO-recognized site, now feature dry stream beds and yellowing vegetation. The local lake, Naz, has been reduced to muddy puddles amid mostly arid terrain. It is worth noting that farmers and fishermen who once relied on the marshes for their livelihoods may inadvertently be contributing to the destruction of Iraq's marshlands. Unrestricted chemical use and harmful fishing practices, such as electric shocks, are not only killing animals and contaminating the water but also risking human health. These illegal practices hinder the restoration of one of the world's greatest wetlands. The Iraqi government maintains that all the troubles of the past will soon become history and envisions the supposed home of the Garden of Eden in Babylon, the birthplace of civilization, as a future tourist haven. The search for the Garden of Eden has fascinated individuals across various beliefs and backgrounds. Recent advancements in remote sensing archaeology and DNA studies have provided intriguing indications regarding its potential location. The biblical hints, such as the rivers Tigris and Euphrates, have led to the identification of southern Mesopotamia, now known as Iraq, as a possible site. However, the tragic reality is that the region associated with the Garden of Eden has experienced immense devastation. Saddam Hussein's vindictive actions caused significant environmental damage, draining thousands of square kilometers of marshland. The region, once a flourishing habitat, was left depleted and its inhabitants displaced. Despite ongoing restoration efforts, the area faces new challenges, including severe droughts. It is a heartbreaking reminder of the fragile nature of our environment and the consequences of human actions. As we strive to understand the mysteries of our past, it is essential to remember our responsibility to protect and preserve the precious natural wonders that still exist today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.